Welcome back to Perfect Closets. So today's lesson is going to be on lights, light accessories. Let's get right to it, and we'll kind of go through the two different lights that you can drag and drop. So it kind of gives you a visual. It actually lights up in the design, which is quite nice. And then there's a bunch of accessories that follow the light. So cables, power drivers, how you want your switches, quite a few different options. Where you can find the actual drawing or the picture of these options are on our website. I'll quickly go to there. I'll show you. I already have it open. So in the dealer portal, you have products, and then you can find the LED lighting packages for closets. So it kind of works from start to finish. So power lead. So this is your primary lead. If you click on that, it brings up your power cord. Okay. You go back one. Then you got your drivers. So your power cord meets your driver, gets into the driver there. From the driver, you go extension leads. It gives you the length of each lead that you want. So depending on where your electrical socket is, you pick a lead that's designated for that area. So that's the lead to your light. You go back one. You can, instead of having a single lead, you can have a six-way distributor. So single lead that comes in, you can see the diagram, single lead, and then it has multiple lights coming off of that. Please keep in mind your wattage of your lights. This uses a little bit of wattage, so you have to have the appropriate driver to choose from. I always go bigger is better, but it also costs a little extra money, but doesn't break the bank. So, and having a bigger driver, if they want to add more lights down the road, then hey, why not, right? So you go back. Plus distributors, you got your LED pucks, so you can go 2.5 recess. So these are the 2.5 ones, quite nice. So you get some recess underneath the cabinet. So you just need a hole saw, give you the dimensions as you need it, and you just connect your lights. All the information is there. 2.5 watts per light. That's warm white. It's a chrome finish. Here's the 1 3/8 mini puck LED lights. More for showcasing items. You can put single little lights in there. Something that just doesn't need a big ambiance kind of thing of light. Here's your switches. So you can go to push switch, which is your very basic on-off button. That's fairly good. Concealed touch switch. This is very nice. You can see in the diagram where you can hide this behind a piece of wood, and you just run your finger in front of the switch on the board, so it's concealed, and your lights come on and off, which is a nice option. You can have a remote for that switch, so you put this remote somewhere else, and then the lights will come on and come off by touching it. You can do 6-channel remote receiver, so you can have different remotes all over you can control different systems with the remote, so you can have it programmed to, if you want to do multiple areas. A little bit fancier. We haven't really gotten much into that, but the option is there. Door activation switch, pretty straightforward. Door opens, it's sensors, and lights come on. The motion switch, you know, if you come into a room or a closet and it sees you, then the lights will automatically come on, so it's a nice little option. And the switch, the housing for those switches, so those are what kind of holds those switches into place. You go down the line a little bit more, switch extension cable. So if your switch runs through a certain kind of plug, so if you need to have that switch farther out, then you can add an extension cable. So that was puck lighting that we were talking about above. Now we're talking about LED strip lighting. So you can have LED lights all the way across. You can cut it every 1 inch, so it's quite nice. So you don't have to have wasted sections. Strip connectors, so strip to strip connector. So if you wanted to run a light and then add another light section, that's strip to strip. Different lengths. And then you got driver to strip, so your extension cable per se. From the driver itself to the LED strip. You got 4-inch connection or a 78-inch connection. Then you get into LED strip switch. So aluminum profile dimmer. We'll click on that. Just kind of give you a quick show. So aluminum profile. So it's aluminum track that actually holds the switch, and it's a dimmer that slides inside that track. So you just run your hand underneath, and it comes on, comes off, as well as that was a touch dimmer. This one's a motion dimmer, same as the one above, but this also slides into an aluminum track, which is nice. So you would have that underneath the upper cabinet and put a valence across it so you don't see the track or anything, and then everything's concealed, and then the motion sensor still works. This is aluminum trays for that, frosted diffuser, so you don't have spotlighting, that diffuses the light and kind of blends it all in together. So it's a surface mount, you can see the size of it there, and as well as corner mounts, same kind of idea, but mount into a corner of a structure. Different applications, different principles. And then you get into lighted closet rods. So the actual rod itself can contain the LED strip inside of it, which is quite fancy, quite nice. We've done a few of them. Looks awesome. And then you can put everything on a big motion sensor. So when they come into the room, all the rods light up, shows a little bit of light on top of the clothes. More of a fancy ambiance kind of feel. So it's doable and it's quite nice. So you got aluminum, frosted, chrome. So the oval only comes in aluminum. The round comes in chrome, matte nickel, aluminum, ORB, which is low rough bronze. So you have your picks between them. I can give you a quick picture of what it looks like. So here's your aluminum one, the oval, and then you got your round one. So you can see that the light fits in between, and it comes with a diffuser strip already. Get back out, and then these are just the holders that hold the closet rods. So you get different styles. So that's the oval one, and those are the round ones. So what you do is you have to modify like an opening into it, and run your cable along the bottom, and then through the gable. So that will be upon your installer. Just make sure they have enough extension cables, and order in a few extra. They're very price effective. So order a couple extra, just have them on hand just in case. Okay, so we'll get back out of there and go back into the design. So all those parts that you've seen. So if you go to our catalog, categories, accessories, click on accessories. Then you go to lights. So you can see there's two drag and drop items here for the lights itself. These ones are non-graphical. These items need to be used in the item list. So, and again, it kind of goes in order. So your primary lead is the one that goes from the wall. Then you got your drivers, okay? Then you got your extension leads, your 6-way distributor, and so on as you go down. Your switches, motion sensors, cables, then you get into your LED strip lighting, the connectors for those, aluminum profiles, and so on. So it kind of makes sense. Follow the part codes onto the actual pictures, and they'll work back and forth. Okay, so let's get designing here. So I created an upper module here, the lower module there. And then I created a drawer bank here with doors above, and then I created two hanging sections here. So let's start on the first module. Grab your, I typically use the 2.5 inch, a little bigger, a little bit nicer, a little bit more light. So drag that in. You can see the little green puck that's underneath, so you can drag it anywhere you want. As well in the top view, you can see where it is as well. So I'm going to put one there. Usually 2 per cabinet. That's kind of what I do. Depends on the space, of course, and how big it is. This will give lots of light. So it's only the LED pucks that we can do the lights on for now. In the future downloads of our catalogs, we will have strip lighting that you can do as well, but that's in the near future. So again, you can put it on here, and so on. You can really kind of put it to any fixed shelf you would like. You can even bring one up in here if you like, on the top. Okay, so that being said, if you zoom in here, that these lights are meant to be recessed. They just kind of look on the outside, but in the 3D perspective, you'll see that they're recessed. So you have to core a hole in the top here. So the idea is you have to put another shelf on top. Run your skill saw and cut a groove into the back side of, or sorry, underneath the board itself, or on top of this board, and your shelf just sits on top. So it creates an 1.5 inches. Nobody really is the wiser, and that actually hides your cable. So you can run your cable up and behind, and so on. So that's a good way to do that. So and then I'll show you that in a second. So now these items you can't drag and drop on. So you can see it. You can see it kind of gives you a circle with a cross through it, or a line through it. You can't drag and drop. So these items need to be used in the item list. Okay, how we get the item list? On your top view, the grids, right click your mouse button that says show item list. Click it. There is your list. Okay, to get back out, right click off, show design. You're back under design again. Okay, so let's go back in there. We're going to show show item list. Oh, there we go. Show item list. I had things highlighted. Okay, so we can scroll down here if you like. What we do is just drag and drop these items into position here. So primary lead, yes, we need one of those. I'm just going to drag to the very bottom here. I just need one. Perfect. Hit OK. Scroll back down. Oh, where did it go? Primary lead, 78 inches. It's in here. Where did it go? 2, 2, 3, 8, 9. Okay, it's in there somewhere, but same with the 40-watt driver. Drag and drop that into there. Just need one of those. Perfect. 1429. Extension lead. Just need one of those. Okay, these should be working. I'm not sure exactly why, but that's the idea. Is you drag and drop these items into place. You click on the quantity that you want, and it just populates the price into there. Then you should be able to see it. Right now, it's not working on my catalog, but the new catalog that's coming out, you will see that. So just keep that in mind. You should populate in the bottom. You should have the quantity and then the price along with that. So. You scroll down, choose all the items you want. You can reference the online portal for the pictures of it, and so on. That's how you bring the items into display. So back to show design. Okay, I'm going to go to my perspective view. Click on the box. Generates. I'm going to zoom in here. You can see that the lights are underneath, inside the cabinets. You can see it shows a little bit of a light detail on the back wall. See that? So it's nice. Okay, so that's kind of what the lights do. You can zoom in a little bit. You actually see the lights in there. So you can see it against the wall, the panel there, because it's a little bit closer to the panel. You see on top of the bench here. Yeah, nice little detail that the 2020 has. Okay, so I'm going to show this. I'm going to bring some closet rods in. So this is how we do the closet rods. So we're jumping ahead, but we're talking about lights. So I'm going to go back to accessories, and then go back to rods. Drag and drop an oval rod into place. Okay, so that's your closet rod. You can do two if you like, doesn't really matter. Okay, so I want to right click on, I want to, let's see here. Oval rod, features and options, automatically brings it up. If I click on the option code, it gives me closet oval, and then so that's your best price point, is your closet oval. Then round, different colors. Then you get into lighted. So lighted has a price attached to it. It already calculates for the LED lighting in it. So closet rod, and then you get different finishes: oil rub bronze, nickel, aluminum, chrome, and so on. So that's how you choose your closet rod lights. In the future here as well, we will be having the closet rods light up. So it'll be kind of a nice visual that you will get. But in the meantime, that's kind of what they look like. Perfect. Thank you very much.